I love BMW. If the 5 cars in my fleet weren't proof enough, then let me tell you a quick story. After 6 years of endless scrolling through classifieds and searching on Facebook Marketplace, I found my dream car, a 2000 E38 V12 7 Series. And after a short 2,000-mile road trip from Rhode Island, I finally brought Stella home, and I was ecstatic. Since then, every project, every discontinued part, every late-night forum post has gone into bringing this car back to where it deserves to be. We've overhauled the ignition system, replaced every fluid and filter, fought and lost to a couple of rusty bolts, and reupholstered the headliner, not to make it perfect, but to make it mine. But after all that work, there comes a time where you have to stop wrenching and start driving.
There's something about driving an old BMW with too many cylinders.
And that's where Medina comes in, home of TexFest, a collection of E28 owners who wanted to meet each other and swap parts to keep their cars running, but more importantly, share their passion for one of BMW's greatest models. Now having a classic car of my own, I made it my mission to go for the first time, to tackle 500 miles of winding roads, hear classic Bavarian engines, partake in some shenanigans on the way.
As we all can see, there was one car this year that was incredibly nice and luxurious. That award goes to Donovan and the E30.
And meet some of the most genuine folks who share the same passion for madness. This is TexFest. Rolling into day 3, Stella was looking a little tired and dirty after yesterday's drive, which won't do for the car judging. So bright and early, we start with a quick wash. Now with Stella looking factory fresh, it was time to head to the winery for some serious shenanigans.
Alright, so welcome back to day 3 of TexFest. We are now on our way to the vineyard. This is where most of the event happens. We're going to be doing a Clowncourse judging, where they're going to judge everyone's cars. We're doing a window regulator race to see whose is the fastest. We've got this really cool convoy ahead of us, so I'm excited to see the venue. I think it's going to be a really cool collection and see everyone's cars actually out in the sun when we can see everything, because the past 2 nights it's just been dark and I couldn't see anything. I'm looking at people's cars with my flashlight. So yeah, we're about to hit the road and we'll see you guys at the vineyard.
As we were rolling through Kerrville, you could see people stopping and staring at the convoy. It felt like one of those moments where you think, man, I want to know where they're going. After a few lights, we got split up, and now traveling alone, the world felt a little bleaker without the group. However, it wasn't long before we were reunited with all the TexFest crew at the winery. As we pulled in, we were immediately thrown into the crucible of competition. It was time for window regulator racing, and Stella and I were first on the block.
2, 1, go!
Yeah, so we had to, bring our best game out here. I had to make sure mentally we were in the right place. Physically, mentally, spiritually, we were at top of our game. Now, the competition's looking pretty good, pretty strong out here, so we've got a few that I'm a little scared of, but Stella, she hasn't let me down yet, so she's gonna do good, and hopefully we make it to the top here today.
With a quick and decisive blow in the first round, Stella proved she was just as fast as the other cars. Maybe for just the windows, though. With the competition quickly stacking and fierce rivalries beginning to form, we watched with close eyes.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh man, Daniel's killing it!
Match after match, the field got smaller.
I will get your get out of here!
You could see some standout competitors, like the manual windows, or dirty crankers, as people were calling them, were dominating the field and knocking cars out left and right. No one was safe. People had to get crafty. We had jump packs on terminals, using their sunroofs as their window of choice, and someone even brought a custom fabricated drill attachment to the hand crank that failed due to the low torque settings.
You have the clutch on!
However, if one thing was clear, all this BMW on BMW violence had to stop. And that's when we banded together to beat the odd man out, the Porsche 944.
Come on, Travis! Go, Travis! Go, go, go!
Oh!
Get back in your Porsche and get out of here!
With the major loss to the Porsche and BMW cementing it as the better brand, it was time for Stella and I to step back into the ring for round 2.
Ready, set, go! And Donovan's got a sprint going.
Auto! Oh, go Isaac! Go Isaac! Oh no! Good! Up! Woo! I don't know.
Let's run it back up! Come on over again!
I don't
Close
know.
put that window up, let's run it again. Ready, set, go!
Oh, Isaac's got him! Isaac!
After a very controversial loss, Stella and I bowed our heads and we took to the loser's pit. Luckily for me though, there were some pretty cool BMWs here, so who's really the winner in the end? With the board all but cleared, we had one more important race, the Z3 Power
all the
Tops.
way down, Evan. And then when it comes up, we gotta clip her in. They're gonna have their eyes on you, right? If you try to cheat it, you're out of here, right? It's just a single keep out. All the money's on the line. Ready, set, go!
Oh, open! Oh, you gotta double pump it.
Now with the score settled, we had some time to enjoy the gorgeous car show behind us. The beauty of events with communities like TexFest is that it didn't take long to find out there were actually quite a few past and present owners of E38s. So we had a great time sharing our woes and trials of ownership in these Bavarian boats. With the power of my charisma, or more accurately a really nice car, it didn't take long to make some new friends. As the day got hotter, we went inside to enjoy a few drinks and banter with fellow E38ers, and not long after, it was time to head back, this time with a different group of friends. Hood latch fixed, disaster avoided. Back on the road. After a quick dip in the hot tub and some sausages later, it was time for the closing ceremony.
I'm excited that Joel here, that Joel made it. There's been a lot of hiccups along the way, but that doesn't matter because we're a community, and that's all that matters. And a community like ours is brought together thanks to our sponsors. So I want to say first and foremost, thank you to those that have made our shirts possible. And over the years, the shirts have been sponsored by our sponsors and made it free. The vision behind the event is that we don't have an entry fee. There's no growing this to be a 500 car people thing. It's meant to be for us to get together. A lot of people always ask me, what is this all about, right? And it's about for us getting together, hanging out, having a good time, and the cars are just an excuse, you know? And some of us have known each other for over 15, 16 years. TexFest was created in 2009 as a get-together on the weekend. Then it grew out to a weekend event. Then it grew out to be a 10-year stretch. That then became a 3 nights thing, starting Thursday all the way to Sunday. A lot of you have sacrificed work, family time to be here, so thank you for that. And that doesn't go without a vision, right? And the vision is that we are one. It's all about getting together, sorting things out, and creating friendships that last forever, you know. I've met my best friends in this event. I came in 2012, but it didn't happen without one person or a couple. Again, that was Sherman and Jack.
Sherman.
Right? Always have to give due where it's due, right? And Sherman started this event for one reason only, right? That was for us to gather, for those of us that can make the big events on the West and East Coast, and just come here in Texas, get together, have fun, be safe, and enjoy each other's company. I'm glad that we all can make it now, and we continue to gather over the years.
So, the way we've done the awards this year is we've got a whole little gambit of it. As Ryan said, we've got the esteemed judges have walked around all weekend, kind of looked at the cars and judged the cars that were signed up. And what we've got is we have these custom little medallions. Custom little medallions that have the award, right? That we personally designed. It was not ChatGPT. When you signed in to TexFest, part of the fine print was that if you are awarded this tonight, you have to wear it for the remainder of the evening, or you're not invited back. We've also noticed some very specific things that we wanted to address and acknowledge. So for that, we've got some cool little write-in awards, and if you were here last year, you know this is how we did it last year. So we're going to keep going with this trend going forward, but it's a great way to acknowledge small one-off things we see here and there. And for the really big stuff, like the window race today, we've got some little tiny little trophies that we're giving out, but this is the highest odometer. And the first place contender for the crank window, which we were calling the dirty crankers out there, right? To acknowledge a special participant, which is that. So if you were watching, the 2002 was just destroying the competition, right? He had all the enthusiasm, he was working his ass off for that. And every every single car that he beat, his ego got bigger and bigger. He was walking around like, and then the E28 guys, we can't let the non-E28 win. So, got our black car. So, Matt, great enthusiasm. The next personal award we have is the reason that we're all here is because we're all Beamer guys. The reason that we're Beamer guys is probably because it's one of the only old cars that we can have this many people bring together that are still on the road after 40 years, right? However, throughout the year, some people bring their daily drivers because their Beamers go down or something. But some people always got to bring their non-Beamers. I don't know what it's about, if it's to show off or something. It needs to be special. I don't know, but this year we wanted to acknowledge a participant who's almost constantly bringing his non-BMW, and that award goes to Zach in the 944. Moving on to our hard metal awards. Very good. Very first one, guys, sit back and relax. Most luxurious metal, right? So everybody here's got a lot of nice cars, right? But like, speaking for myself, the E28 is kind of like a rackety bucket of bolts once you get on the road. That thing sucks, right? However, as we all can see, there was one car this year that was incredibly nice and luxurious. And that award goes to Donovan and the E30.
Dude, absolutely. He deserves that.
See you all take those seconds in your life. See the advertisement? The most interesting man in the world? Yes. So, in this case, we have the most interesting car in the world. And luckily this weekend, we're able to see the MK Motorsports E28, or most of an MK Motorsports E28. So, Chris, come on up. And for those that do not know, there's Alpina, Marca, AC Schnitzer, and the rarest is MK Motorsports. I don't think you'll ever have a chance to see a valve cover like that in person in your life. So put your hand on it for me. You already saw who won the window race, but we have a special award for the slowest window race. This is a Lagos Tortoise Cup. Has all the fun facts about it. Someone may have tried to use their key on the run up, and it did not work out, and it was probably one of the slowest runs. Blake, come on. All right. So the last one we have is the highest odometer. As of right now, the highest that we know of is 311,000 miles. Is there anyone whose number is higher than that, but we will verify? So anyone's number who's higher than that?
Over 311,000 miles. Is anyone willing to say that they have a higher number? Here, on the property.
Yes, that drove here. Actually, that drove here.
Going once? Going twice?
Everybody, you gotta come back up.
It is a special year for me, as I said in the beginning. I had the privilege to take from Sherman, who started the event in 09. We spent many miles in between 09 to 2018. And then I had the heavy mental and the great privilege to take over the event since 2019. So it's been 7 events. And it's not a bittersweet. I'm not going away. We're not going away with my wife. We're going to be here. We're just gonna sit back and relax. We're gonna sit with you and have fun. But we have decided one of the best hosts that can take over this. I know we talked about it last year. You guys knew about it. But there's no better host that's local to us here, that knows the area. If you've been their guests, you know they can take care of you very well. And no different than Sean and Melissa Laney.
So these are really big boots to fill. Sherman started this. Melissa and I moved to Austin in 2014, and I think the one good thing that Facebook ever did for me was give me a little pop-up that said, hey, maybe you'd be interested in this group. And I clicked it, and then I found these guys.
Yeah, all of them.
2014, we went down to Kerrville, YOLO. We stayed at YOLO. We had like ridiculous. But I met Bart, I met Lewis, I met Wyatt.
Come on.
Yeah, just amazing group of people. So what we want is for everybody to keep coming out, tell your friends, but you can invite your friends, bring more people along. Like let's grow this. Pablo has made such a great place to love, along with Sherman. These guys have done like this is amazing. So let's keep it going. Yeah.
As Sherman says, drive that bitch.
Yeah!
As our time in the Texas Hill Country comes to an end, I couldn't have asked for a better weekend. After years of wrenching, fixing, and dreaming about this car, it all culminated at TexFest, and it felt so surreal. Like the whole journey cemented my love and passion for cars. From the long drive through the Twisted Sisters to meeting so many incredible enthusiasts, this trip truly reminded me of what this community is all about. It's more than just cars. It's the shared stories, the roadside repairs,
Tom had a problem with an alternator.
the late night laughs in the parking lot, and the people who make you feel like you've known them forever. I'll remember the sounds of the motorcycles ripping through the Twisted Sisters, the smell of the campfires while sharing stories, and the rows of classic BMWs lined up under the Texas sun. But more than anything, I'll remember the people, because that's what makes events like TexFest truly special.
And it's about us getting together, hanging out, having a good time, and the cars are just an excuse.
And while we couldn't make it back in one tank, I'm grateful for the way everything happened. This trip truly was one for the books, and I'll be thinking about it every time I turn the key. And that, my dear friends, is why I love BMWs.